So I have never actually played a Warhammer MMO. So when I was linked to this massively OP article going on to state that Nexon is apparently working on a new Warhammer Age of Sigmar MMO, I thought to myself, well, that sounds like a great opportunity to get invested in the world for the very first time. So then I went ahead and I Googled it because Massively OP actually does not list much information. And I happened upon an article from PC Gamer that goes on to state, this is not an MMO. It sounds like a cooperative combat game that will roll out its world over time. It is intended to be a PvE multiplayer RPG virtual world. The virtual world in specific is going to house mass amounts of players, which I guess kind of gives off that massively multiplayer vibe. Now, let's go ahead and take a quick look at the Massively OP article first. Nexon and Games Workshop are teaming up for a new Warhammer MMO, Warhammer Age of Sigmar, according to a joint press release issued by the companies this morning. We don't have a launch date, and we're a little worried that Nexon is gonna pop a blood vessel in its contorted effort to avoid calling the game an MMO, but what the studio is describing is an MMO, and here's what they describe. A new PvE social multiplayer with next generation RPG and social features supported by Nexon's best-in-class... sorry, I couldn't read that with a straight face. Supported by Nexon's best-in-class live operations and development for global distribution on PC, consoles and mobile. Oh no, that's... Wait, so this is going to be a large, like a social MMO across every major gaming platform. That's what they're intending on doing here. So distribution on PC, consoles, and mobile, built on the legacy of Age of Sigmar. The new virtual world will feature a socially interactive player-verse environment world supported by Nexon's world. Oh god, there it is again. Supported by Nexon's world-class live operations for sustaining the fun with new content and service. Because, you know, Nexon is known as a world-class developer, a world-class publisher, right? Now they go on to state, we don't know a whole lot else other than the fact that when they say mobile, they do mean both iOS and Android. The list of languages supported gives a clue to what they mean by global. English, Spanish, well, there's the list of languages there. The MMORPG community, of course, has had Warhammer MMOs in the past, including Warhammer Online, Age of Reckoning, and Warhammer 40k Eternal Crusade. I'm pretty sure Age of Reckoning still has like a private server that's online right now. I'm not going to link to that because I don't want to get in trouble by including it. Now the article on PC Gamer goes on to state that it has come to a licensing agreement with Games Workshop to develop a game based on Age of Sigmar. This is a highly successful reboot of the original Warhammer Fantasy universe, which had a slightly rocky launch, but ever since its second edition has won most fans over. As one of the world's largest game publishers, and we all know larger is not necessarily better, Nexon is the ideal long-term strategic partner to bring Warhammer Age of Sigmar to life in a new, unique way that will appeal to gamers the world over. In what world is Nexon the ideal strategic partner to bring any game to life? Having Nexon work with you is literally a death sentence. They have canceled more games, more MMOs, more mobile games than I think like literally any other developer or publisher I know of. Nexon's world-class live operations and infrastructure offers exciting opportunities for engaging current and new Warhammer fans such as myself in this massive universe. We're really excited to see the fruits of this collaboration over the coming years. There are a few details on the game, but no visual material or release date. Built on the legacy Age of Sigmar, the new virtual world will feature socially interactive. So that they basically said what we've already read. It is an era of war, reads the blurb. The mortal realms have been despoiled, ravaged by the followers of the Chaos Gods. They stand on the brink of destruction. Players will command the war hosts of the God King Sigmar and his aliens, what? Oh my god, and his allies as they fight to reignite hope and bring back order to the realms. And then at the end, they go on to say this is not an MMO. It sounds like a cooperative combat game that will roll out its world over time. Under genre, the press release puts PvE multiplayer RPG virtual world, and it will release on consoles and mobile as well as PC. Each season, players will collect characters and enter new realms. Each character comes with unique options, stories, and gameplay. Players will be able to customize their characters and work cooperatively to guide how sections of the realms are retaken. So basically what they're saying is, this is going to be a massively multiplayer online role-playing game, so an MMORPG, but it is not going to be labeled as an MMO for whatever reason. It is going to allow for a large number of players to play cooperatively together on a number of different servers, and it is going to have a large focus on social activities and PvE. We didn't see any mention of any type of PvP really. We haven't seen any mention of what kind of combat it's going to have, whether this is being built specifically for PC first and then ported over to console and then ported over to mobile as well, if this is being built with every individual platform in mind, or if this is being built for mobile devices first and then ported on over to PC and console, in which case this is going to be hot garbage. But given that this is a Nexon game, I honestly would not put it past them, because if Nexon has proven anything over the last, I don't know, decade of both developing and publishing games, at least to me, it is that they are consistently mediocre. Nevertheless, I have never played a Warhammer MMO. I've honestly never played a Warhammer game, so this might be a great way for me to come into the world that is Warhammer for the first time. They did not note whether or not this game is already like well into the process of development, if it's targeting like a 2022 or 2023 release. They did note that it is going to be coming out globally, so that's reassuring. Outside of that, this is going to be a Nexon game, so yeah, expect a certain Nexon level quality to it.
Someday soon, I'm gonna make